This is the IONIQ 5, the latest premium electric SUV from Hyundai. Did I just call it an SUV? Sure, it doesn't look like one, but Hyundai in the international markets calls it a crossover. Now, coming to the car, this car might look very small when you are looking at it from the video or in pictures, but in real world, it measures 4.6 meters in length. That's comparable to the Hyundai Tucson, and its wheelbase is 3 meters long, leveraging enough space inside the cabin. Now I will talk about its design. The design is overall very modern with a hint of retro touch. Up front we get these full LED headlamps, projector LED headlamps, which Hyundai calls as the parametric headlamps. Up here we have the front camera, and this car gets a very nice feature. The nice feature is this active air flap. This active air flap opens when the car requires enough cooling. Now, as we move towards the side of the car, we have these massive 20-inch wheels. These 20-inch wheels are also called parametric design wheels. But I think these wheels are pretty big for the Indian road conditions. 18 or 19 inches would have been a better choice for the Indian market. Now the side profile is full of cuts, creases, slashes and whatnot. So overall the side profile looks quite mesmerizing, and it gives the true hatchback, not hatchback but a crossover vibes. This is the charging socket of the IONIQ 5. So IONIQ 5 supports up to 350 kilowatt hour charger, DC fast charger, but that charger you can't find that kind of charger in India. In most of the cities you will get up to 50 kilowatt charging, but using that 350 kilowatt DC fast charging, you can charge this car from 0 to 80% in just 18 minutes. Apart from this, these cars comes bundled with two chargers. One is a regular 3.3 kilowatt AC charger, and other is a 11 kilowatt fast wall mount AC charger. That wall mount AC charger can charge this car from 0 to 100% in around 6 to 6.5 hours. Now you get this button to close the charging lid. Very smart touch. Now the rear profile of the IONIQ 5 gets these beautiful looking rear combination lamps, and these are all LED units with the parametric design pattern, which is followed from the front profile right here. Apart from this, the design gives some coupe-ish vibes as well from the rear. Next up, we have the rear parking camera here, and we also get cameras on the ORVMs, and ORVMs also gets the blind view monitoring system. And down there we have 4 parking sensors. Rest everything to the rear profile of the IONIQ 5 looks quite simple, but I will show you the boot space. So this is an electric tailgate, and right there you get an enormous amount of boot space with a light and a 12 volt charging socket. And to close this, you just have to press a button and the boot will auto close itself. So this was an overview of the exteriors of the IONIQ 5. Now I will get inside the cabin to explain you about how the interiors of the IONIQ 5 are. Before moving ahead, let's talk about the interiors of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. As soon as you sit on the driver's seat, a sweet looking 2-spoke flat bottom steering wheel welcomes you, which gets touch-based control on both ends. And not to forget the walk-through cabin, which is extremely easy to get in and out of. The two 12.3-inch screens work as the infotainment system and driver's display. Both the screens are sharp, slick to operate, and comes loaded with plenty of information. However, the infotainment system still misses out on a wireless auto and Apple CarPlay Connect. With eco-friendly material and nature-inspired colors, sustainability lies at the core of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. Everything you see inside the cabin of this EV, it is surely made of sustainable material. Like these door trims are painted with biopaint that includes oil extracted from plants. Overall, the cabin feels quite premium. The use of hard plastics on the lower dashboard around the glove box area feels a bit out of place. In terms of features, the IONIQ 5 gets memory function for all the seats, and even the rear seat gets a power adjustment. Premium Bose sound system and ambient lighting is also a part of the package. Apart from this, the Hyundai IONIQ 5 gets a wireless charging, slidable center console and a skyroof. The blinds of this skyroof opens up in its unique own way, Now as we move toward the rear seats of the IONIQ 5, there is plenty of space for the passengers with ample amount of legroom and headroom. The AC vents are mounted on the B pillars and overall the ambience of the cabin is quite premium. Now this was about the interiors of the Hyundai IONIQ 5. Now let's get to the driving part. So I am sitting in the driving seat of the IONIQ 5. As you see right here, overall the interiors are quite plush, and Hyundai claims that they have used organic material for the interiors of the IONIQ 5. However, there are use of some hard plastic like in this glove box and many areas that you can say is a missing touch, but overall the IONIQ 5 is interiors are pretty amazing. Now coming to the driving part, this car comes with a 72.6 kilowatt hour battery pack with a claimed range of 631 kilometers. However, in the real world you can get around 400 to 450 kilometers depending on your driving style. The WTPL claimed range of this IONIQ 5 is around 520 kilometers. So you can guess the real world range very easily using these figures. This car also gets the vehicle to load function using the 3-point pin on the behind front seats. You can charge your car using that vehicle to load function. That's a 3-pin socket, and it can supply up to 3.6 kilowatt hour of power to that socket, and you can charge your various devices while on the run. Apart from this car gets a single pedal driving function, and this armrest is slidable. This is adjustable by 114 mm to the front and back, and all the seats get electric adjustment, and the front seats are ventilated and heated, while the real seats only get the heated function, which is a missing touch. I don't think we require that heated function in the rear seats. Apart from this, the Ottoman function is also there, which provides you good car support, and by a single press of button you can get the seats to the relaxing position. I'm trying right now, but I can't do that at the moment. But this was a thing I forgot to tell you about. And the drive mode selector. The drive mode selector is right here, which is in line with other AMG cars in the market, the Mercedes AMG cars. And the drive mode selector also, the gear selector is also like the Mercedes cars with a knob right here. And you also get pedals. These pedals help to adjust the regenerative braking in this car. Now coming to the driving part, the feel of the car is pretty amazing. However, this car lacks the commanding sitting position of an SUV. That's the missing touch you will find in this car. Now next thing is its power and torque. The power, this car puts out 217 horses and 350 Nm of peak torque, which is pretty decent, and that can take this car from 0 to 100 in just 7.6 seconds. So I will show you, the car is in eco mode right now, and the car accelerates pretty quickly. Although this is not the kind of car you will do that 0 to 100 runs with this. Next thing I will talk about is the steering. The steering is pretty light on lower speeds, weighs up very well on higher speed, but still it lacks the feel that you expect from a 50 lakh rupees car. Next very important thing of the IONIQ 5 is, we have a lot of traffic right here. And talking about traffic, I was just reminded that this car also gets ADAS features. The Hyundai Smart Sense Suite, which comes with around 21 adaptive. There we encountered some Indian road scenario here. Now we are driving this car, and this car pulls effortlessly. Like in the city, you will love driving this car, and you can also take it out on the highways. 3-digit speeds are not a big thing for this car. It can do 3-digit speeds pretty quickly. Now next thing I will talk about the suspension. So the main part is how this car presents itself on the Indian road. The suspensions are very compliant and soft, and this is quite a drift from what we see in the EV6. It's so basically the EV6 is also based on the same eGMP skateboard platform, which is an electric only architecture. Now I will also talk about the very important part, which is the pricing of this car. One important thing about the suspension: on higher speed the car does have some vertical movement because of its plus suspension, but it will get the work done, and it's a no complaint scenario. Now the pricing of this car is 45.95 lakhs rupees ex-showroom. For that amount of money, if you are looking to buy an EV in the market, this is an amazing vehicle, and it comes with the Hyundai's reliability, trusted after-sales service, and wherever you take this car in the country, Hyundai will always be there to support you guys. Now, but the price is still, I feel, a little bit on a higher side, because you also get other options in the market like the BYD Atto 3, which offers around a similar range in real world, but it is rupees 10 lakh cheaper. So you can also consider that car. But if you are in for the reliability of the Hyundai, for the brand name of the Hyundai, you will definitely love this car, and it will not disappoint you in any manner. So this was a quick driving feel of the IONIQ 5, though we had a very little time with this car, but soon we will drive this car for a longer duration and tell you about its impression. So that was pretty much it from Hyundai. This was your host Vedant Beniwal signing off. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe to the Elctrik channel.